Not gonna lie, this Olympics mascot are so cute. This is Milo, and this is Tina. Yep. Let's get this podcast started. Welcome, or should I say, benvenuti. That sounds, I really want to say bienvenue. Oh no, to our first ever international episode of Not Gonna Lie, a Wave original. That's right, I'm here in Milan. What? With YouTube and NBC at the Milan Cortina Winter Olympics. This is so silly. I'm your host, Kylie Kelce, food motivated, and speaking of my favorite Italian dish. Oh no. How do you choose? Literally pasta in any shape or form. The best movie set in Italy of all time is, of all time makes it feel much bigger, but I really, really enjoy Eat, Pray, Love. I feel like the way Julia Roberts makes you feel about Italy and the food that you're eating and the experience that you're supposed to have is like felt deep in your soul. And I love that truly. Also, the Lizzie McGuire movie, great second. And the Winter Olympics sport I have the least business trying is definitely bobsledding. Or any of that type of track. Speaking of which, Jason went bobsledding and just posted a video on it. The top comment on Jason's bobsled post is at Kylie Kelce. Are we allowed to watch this? Asking for permission. Yes, and I highly encourage it. This was not only eye-opening because there's a lot to learn, and I always say I am winter sports dumb. And so I was sat for this entire episode, and I really enjoyed it. I also enjoyed Jason wearing a bobsled suit. So, thank you for that. You may look. I give you permission. Because I was also looking. Now that that's been addressed, coming up on today's episode, since I've returned to the birthplace of places Kylie has no business being, shout out to Milan Fashion Week, I'm going to talk all things Milan and Winter Olympics in the latest edition of Places Kylie has some business being. Plus, we're all in for Winter Olympics edition of Doom Scroll of the Week featuring a lot of tiramisu. Another great Italian food. Oh, no. After that, I'm going to be joined by not one, this is silly, but two Team USA superstars. Layla Edwards, the women's ice hockey phenom from Cleveland Heights, Ohio, and fresh off her gold medal win and her engagement, skiing sensation Breezy Johnson. I have no business talking to either of them, and we're going to double whammy it in one episode. Silly. But before we get into all that, let's start off with a quick NGL announcement. If you were already sad that this Winter Olympics episode from Milan was eventually going to end, literally don't be. Because we have a second episode. Yep, that's right. It gets even sillier. More people to sit down with. Oh gosh, it's coming to you this Sunday, February 22nd. We have amazing guests lined up, so make sure that you subscribe on YouTube and set your alerts. All right, told you it was a quick announcement. That was efficient. Next up, we're in Milan, the OG place I said I had no business being. So we're going to do a new version of that segment called Places Kylie Has Some Business Being. And this week, I have some business being at the Winter Olympics in Milan. I think this might be under I have no business, but I have some business because go USA. First, as Queen Emma can attest, I've been practicing my Italian phrases. It's not going great. I have learned per favore. That's please. Buongiorno. That's hello. Good day, technically. Scusa. That's excuse me. Ciao. It's hello or goodbye. Ciao. Ciao, ciao. And that's all I've got. That's all my Italian. And I'm trying desperately, really fighting for my life here to not have my French schooling bust through. I did find out how to say fuck around and find out in Italian, but I'm going to go to my friend to repeat it again because Maurizio is here and he's going to, you're going to hear him in the background because I'm not raw talking this.
Cazzeggiare e scoprirlo.
Oh no. Cazzeggiare e scaprirlo. No, say it again.
Cazzeggiare e scoprirlo.
Oh no. Cazzeggiare e scoprirlo. Okay, I'm getting a thumbs up. I'm here with Jason this time around. It's a no kids parent trip. I have eaten everything I've seen. Literally, if I see it, I'm eating it. I am really looking to get just some homemade spaghetti. I want it, and I want it with just pomodoro. That's it. That's all I want. Simple, straightforward. And I want to lean so far away from American Italian because everybody knows in America, you can get it on every corner. And some are better than others. But I want to take pasta to the face in all shapes. And I'm not going to discriminate at all. Also, pizza. But for some reason, I don't feel as strongly about pizza. The main event so far was definitely the women's ice hockey semifinals last night that we just happened to... We came without a plan for something last night. And then as soon as we heard that the women were playing, we were like, can we go? Some of you may have seen us there courtesy of this tweet that's now going viral. It says, Kylie Kelce and her husband supporting Team USA women's hockey. Jason actually just told me about this at breakfast. This is ridiculous. Cut that out. We've leaned too far in the opposite direction. You know what's great? Jason and Kylie Kelce. How about that? That's cool. Also, I would just like to point out, I was a little sad about this because I'm barely ever on my phone. And especially last night, I was busy watching. And then you caught me on my phone. So you caught me. You got me. Got my ass. People were enjoying the caption, though. I think that maybe we should say both names. But, sure. This was the first competition that we've gotten to see for Winter Olympics. And the women's ice hockey team dominated in a way that I can't explain. And also, I brought my resident ice hockey player and was asking my husband necessary questions because, yes, I did, in fact, not know what icing was. Don't worry, we'll get to it because Jason ratted me out to Layla. That's fine. I'm only slightly embarrassed. My favorite stories so far to come out of the Winter Olympics. Oh, gosh, that's a good question. There's so many. We're biased, but Corey and Corey winning silver, big deal. We got to hang out with Corey. We actually got to fuck around and find out with Corey in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, when we went out there to learn how to curl. And we got to meet Corey. That's male Corey. And he was telling us about how he and Corey were preparing to compete. So that was a big one. Pretty big one. All right, that's it for places Kylie has some business being. Next up, Doom Scroll of the Week, Winter Olympics edition. First up on our Olympic Doom Scroll, two things we love around here are joining forces, hyping up women's sports, and supportive siblings. Queen Emma, the clip, please. Yes. Yep. So for anyone who doesn't know, these are Team USA hockey player Haley Wynn's three brothers. They've been putting out some of the best videos of the Winter Olympics so far. First of all, their energy, outstanding. Let's start there. Second, the outfits. To hit the mullet and the jorts, well done. Haley is the youngest of the four siblings and the only girl. So I think that this is a really cool just concept that the three older brothers are going to the Olympics, but it's to cheer on their little sister. I love that so much. Also, anyone who has been around older brothers, I'm married to one. And you know that the younger siblings, they've been through it, and it's made them better in their life. It's sent them on the path that they're on. And so I can only imagine that her three brothers helped her achieve greatness. And honestly, ice hockey is a sport of grit and toughness. I feel like, not to take any credit from Haley,
Kylie Kelce has fans talking after sharing heartfelt comments about Taylor Swift on her latest podcast episode. What began as a light conversation shifted when Taylor's name came up, and Kylie warmly described her as someone who naturally fits into the family. She praised Taylor's kindness, respect, and genuine presence behind the scenes. Supporters of Travis Kelce see this as more than casual praise, possibly a subtle sign of deeper family bonds. Kylie kept her words simple, but their sincerity sparked speculation that something even bigger may be ahead.